Melbourne Knights embarked on their long period of away games when they travelled to SS Anderson Reserve on Friday night to take on 5th placed Port Melbourne. The Knights would play 3 more fixtures away from home after this clash, with the club looking to put back-to-back wins together after last Friday's victory over Pascoe Vale. The team news, and the home side made a staggering 5 changes to their previous squad that defeated Green Gully. Chris Grossman and Nick Cruceratus were dropped to the bench, while Andrew Viola, James Ricobene and Mitchell Walsh were absent from the entire squad. Promoted to the starting 11 were George Cromides, Chris Cusis, Connor Redden, former Melbourne Literary man Julius Davies and new signing Alan Mulcahy. For the Knights, and the biggest change was the inclusion of new man Robbie Zadvornu. The winger joined Andrew Marth's squad midweek in the transfer window from North Geelong and slotted straight into the starting 11. Andrew Badicic also returned from suspension, while Stipo Andrijašević missed out after his 5th yellow card. The away side got the ball rolling, but it was Port Melbourne who started the first attack, when Kamal Ibrahim won his side a free kick in the early stages of the game and in a dangerous position. Ibrahim ended up taking the set piece and forced a save from Chris May to his near post. The Knights' first attack came 10 minutes into the encounter when new man Zadvornu tested Michael Stark with a half volley after a cleared corner. Three minutes later, and Andrew Badicic opted to test his luck from range, with his strike bouncing just in front of Stark, who required 2 saves to quell the danger. In a period that saw end-to-end football, Port Melbourne had an attack of their own not long later, when Ibrahim put a deflected shot to May's near post. "18 minutes in, and Zadvornu linked up with his new teammates well to break into the box, but his square ball to the penalty spot had no one running onto it. Less than 60 seconds after that half chance, and tensions flared after Badicic and Kearney clashed, sparking a small melee right on the touchline. Kearney was eventually brought aside by the referee and was cautioned for what appeared to be kicking the ball away. From the free kick that followed, Zadvornu was played in again and went inches away from scoring a debut goal. On the 23-minute mark, the Knights enjoyed their best chance of the match when Svitkovic played in Talajic, whose deflected shot fell to Badicic, but the striker put his acrobatic effort agonisingly onto the crossbar. The Knights were left to rue their missed chances in the 27th minute though, when soft defending allowed Davies to whip in a cross, which Fisher got the slightest of touches to evade Chris May. The Knights tried to return fire 10 minutes later when space opened up for Marijan Cvitkovic to shoot, but the midfielder's hit was an easy save for Stark, which meant the Sharks held a slender lead heading into the halftime break. Into the second period, and Port Melbourne had a golden chance to double their advantage when Julius Davies put a shot straight at Chris May from a matter of yards out. "53 minutes in, and without much change in the second half, Andrew Marth made his first substitution of the night, bringing on Adrian Zara for Marijan Cvitkovic. 3 minutes after that sub, and the Knights earned themselves a huge opportunity to cancel out Port Melbourne's goal when Tomislav Uskok was fouled inside the box and earned themselves a penalty kick. Barisic stepped up to the spot kick and coolly slotted an effort into the right side of the goal, sending Stark the wrong way. The equaliser seemed to spark the Knights into attack, which almost provided a goal 63 minutes in when Zadvornu's cross was met by a thunderous Barisic header. Up the other end, and the Sharks had a glorious chance of their own when a marauding run from Davies ended with a through ball to Fisher, whose ball to the back stick was then met by Ibrahim. A solid stop from May with his feet, which follows a number of other important saves in previous weeks. In the 66th minute, Barisic had another golden chance to take the lead after a hashed clearance from the Port Melbourne players, but the former Gold Coast man's strike sailed over the bar. Moments after that chance, and new signing Zadvornu's debut shift was over after cramp meant he was replaced by Anthony Colosimo, with just under 25 minutes remaining. Colosimo had an almost instant impact on the game when he was played through in the wing before cutting inside and forcing a fine save from Stark with a low shot to the far corner of the goal. From the subsequent corner, the Knights were agonisingly denied the lead again when Gurgic's header was cleared off the line. 12 minutes remaining, and with the scores still level, Ben Suri attempted an effort from range that stung the palms of Stark, who then pulled off a second impressive save to deny McGarry on the follow-up. McGarry's effort wouldn't have counted though, with the linesman making a very tight offside call. With the game coming to a close, the home side had one last chance to snatch all 3 points, but some brilliant defending from Tomislav Uskok kept out Ryan Opperman's effort 6 yards out from goal. Both sides pushed hard for a winner in the remaining time, including 3 additional minutes, but neither were able to find the breakthrough, with the scores remaining level. 1-1 was the score in the end, with Andrew Buttershitch's 59-minute penalty cancelling out Brent Fisher's flick in the 27th minute. The Knights now travel to Avondale FC next Saturday as they look to continue their climb up the PS4 NPL Victoria table. Speaking to Knights TV after the game, head coach Andrew Marth paid credit to his side's first half performance, but again showed frustration with the squad's finishing.
Stabber got the draw tonight, but is it fair to say you played better football than last week?
Oh, definitely. I thought our first half performance was probably the best thus far this year, and it's definitely 2 points lost.
A goal's the only thing missing at the moment to take that performance to the next level?
Yeah, it's frustrating, eh? All week I just said to the boys, you know, we trained on finishing. We did finishing for 3 sessions, and it didn't come to fruition tonight. And you know, we needed a penalty to score, which is probably a little bit disappointing.
Despite being behind half-time, the boys came out with a lot of confidence. What were your instructions at the break?
I said the boys kept their heads up. You know, as I said, our first half performance was brilliant, and the boys had full of confidence coming out in the second half, and we wanted to win. And I thought the boys did exceptionally well. Also, second half created a number of chances, and you know what? And Port Melbourne did to the latter part of the second half, but I'll say it again, there's 2 points definitely thrown away.
Well, this marks the halfway point of the season. Back against Avondale next week away. Do you see that as a winnable game?
Oh, of course. You know, every game's winnable. You know, you played the same intensity as we played tonight. I'm sure we'll beat a lot more teams than lose.
Thanks very much.